Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to high school baseball on Georgia-Alabama Sports live from Smith Station, Alabama, as the Panthers of Smith Station host their rivals from just a few miles away, the Gators of Glenwood. I'm Mike Peacock, joined today with Richard Holdridge, who's producing and doing a little color commentary today. And Richard, backyard neighbors here in Smith Station, and this ought to be a good one just simply because of the rivalry
Absolutely.
In this game.
These two schools are separated by 2 miles, and so a lot of these players are very familiar with each other. We do have a pretty decent crowd from Glenwood. You know, they didn't have to really go that far from their campus. So we're expected to see a fantastic baseball game. Glenwood, a little bit of a rough stretch. They've played some tough teams, but so has Smith Station. Smith Station was actually part of 4 games in 2 days on Friday and Saturday. And I'm really excited about this one, Mike. Looking at the visiting Glenwood Gators, they come in with a 10-4 record on the season. They did lose to Bryant and Spain Park, so they lost 2 out of 3, taking on a Smith Station team that is 7-10 on the season. We know that they're in one of the toughest regions in the entire state of Alabama, but this rivalry, they played last year, and it's great that they're renewing this rivalry. As this is the second year that Glenwood's been in the AHSAA, which allows them to play games like this.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're about to get underway here as Carter Judah will lead it off for Glenwood. Glenwood in their green road tops today. And Carter Judah takes strike 1 on the mound for Smith Station is left-hander Mason Long. Next pitch to him is a ground ball out towards shortstop. Fielded. The throw across is in time. And there's one away here in the top of the first inning. The Carroll Purdue State Farm first inning here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Thanks to Carroll Purdue for her great support of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. I was actually in her office this morning and saw just about everybody, including Carol, this morning.
Yeah, you talk about somebody who's a big supporter of not only athletics all around, but in the state of Alabama and in the Phoenix City area.
Cam Dawson steps in now. He took ball 1. The 1-0 pitch at the knees for strike 1 over the outer half of the plate. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Chamber of Commerce day here in Smith Station, Alabama. Bright sunshine, just a little bit brisk. We're of course got a little spoiled there for a while, Richard, and had some great 80, 75, 80, 82, 83 degree days. And now we've been hit with a little cold spell. That one fouled back, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, but even though it's cold, Mike, the pollen still hasn't gone away.
Boy, has it not. I saw somebody turn their windshield wipers on in front of me at a red light earlier today, and they were just trying to get pollen off their windshield. It is heavy. And there is ball 3 up high and away to Cam Dawson. Lineup a little bit different for Glenwood, and there's ball 4. Off the plate outside, and the first base runner of the game is Cam Dawson with the walk. I had, you mentioned, Richard, that Glenwood took a loss to Spain Park. I did that game here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Spain Park with a very well-coached, very good, sound baseball team. And they took advantage of Glenwood mistakes and came out with a win.
And one of the top teams in 6A.
Breaking pitch on the outside corner as a beauty.
Well, I was here Friday when Smith Station played Chelsea, a team that was a runner-up in 6A, I believe, or 5A. I'm trying to figure.
Move over to first base, back in time easily.
And I know, Mike, you are very familiar with these Alabama schools.
Oh,
you know, coaching at Alexander, actually at Benjamin Russell in Alexander City.
And there's a hard hit ball out to left field, fairly deep, but on the run out there is the left fielder.
Hardy. Yeah, great jump that by Hardy.
Benton Hardy out in left field. Ran that one down toward the line, and that's 2 away, and that brings up Andrew Wilkinson. Or excuse me, that was Andrew.
Yeah, it will be
that
Andrew
was Hudson
Wilkinson.
Campbell that flew out.
Love this lefty on lefty matchup, Mike.
Runner goes from first base. He's going to get in there. Got a great jump, did Cam Dawson.
I tell you, I like the percentages. When you are a speedy runner on the base paths, your percentages really go up when it comes to stolen bases because a lot of people just don't anticipate a good jump, good speed.
Well, against the left-hander, it takes a really good read, too. Pitch to Wilkinson at the knees, inside corner for strike one. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second base, 2 outs, top of the first inning. No score yet here at Smith Station. Glenwood still at the plate. Wilkinson, the DH today, normally plays first base. Breaking pitch stays up and in. Maybe trimmed a whisker or 2 off his chin there as it went by.
Yeah, it is an absolute gorgeous day with the exception of the temperature.
Wind is kind of blowing in from center field straight into us here at the backstop. That ball's outside, a fastball low and away. It's 3 balls and a strike now. Wilkinson can be selective here at the plate with a 3-1 count.
Yeah,
on deck is Cal Lawrence, the shortstop.
A hitter's count. Trying to extend this inning.
The pitch just off the outside corner for ball 4, and a second base runner is aboard for the Gators.
Now it's a second walk issued today by Long here in the first inning.
And that'll bring up Cal Lawrence, the shortstop. And Richard, I got to bring this up. In the Spain Park game, you had to feel bad for Andrew Wilkinson. He hit 2 balls extremely hard and had 2 fantastic plays made in center field against him. Both of them diving catches. One of them was out in right center field, and I don't know how the center fielder caught it, number 1, and then held on to it, number 2. But it was a highlight play for sure.
Yeah, that Spain Park team, they look like they could be a state title contender.
Strike 1 to Cal Lawrence. The stretch and the 0-1 pitch. There's a hard hit ball out to left field and deep. Going back is Hardy out there, and he dropped that ball. He got off the heel of his glove, and both runs are going to score here. And going to have to probably score that one an error.
That's going to be an error, Mike. And I know that. Do you still get credit for the RBIs on an error?
You do not.
Oh, because 2 runs came in, man.
Unfortunately, no RBIs on that. But he hit that ball hard and hit it deep. And the left fielder got there. He was not still running. Got there and set up, and he just had the ball hit the heel of his glove and get away from him out there in left field. So that Glenwood takes the 2-0 lead. And Lawrence is down at second base. And at the plate is Cade Cox.
Another lefty stepped in the batter's box for the Gators.
Both of those runs unearned, by the way. And it takes a breaking pitch low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Mason Long trying to pitch out of this now. He should have been out of the inning, but sometimes you have to work against that. And a good breaking pitch on the inside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
I tell you, I've been very impressed with Mason Long. He has got some good stuff. It's going to be a great matchup.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Cox. 2 outs, runner at second base. Glenwood has a 2-0 lead. The pitch. Another breaking pitch, a very good one again, stayed on the inside corner. But Cox fought that one off, and he stays alive.
Good job by Cox anticipating the curve.
Long into delivery, and that one's off the plate outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I love how Mason Long, back-to-back curveballs, then sets him up with a fastball. Let's see if he goes back to the curveball. It's been effective.
He's into the stretch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the fastball again off the plate outside. He's missed. That's at least 3 times he's missed in the same spot with that fastball, maybe holding on to it just a tad tight. And it's 3-2. The payoff pitch, breaking pitch. That's out towards center field, and that's going to hold up and be caught out there in center field for the 3rd out. So in the 1st inning for the Glenwood Gators, it had no runs on no hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We'll take a break, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 1st inning here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Back here at Smith Station as we get ready to start the bottom half of the 1st inning. Smith Station coming to the plate for the first time.
Now batting, number 12, Evan Long.
And leading off for the Panthers is Evan Long. And he takes a swing and a miss at strike 1. Cooper Favors on the mound for Glenwood. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2 over the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Long to begin things here in the bottom half of the 1st.
Mike, I'm really impressed with the delivery of Cooper Favors. He's got just a submarine, sinker.
And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Favors on 3 pitches.
Yeah, and it looks like he comes up over the
That's the end of the Carroll Purdue State Farm first inning here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back to Smith Station in just a moment.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Nestled along the Chattahoochee River, City Mills blends historic charm with modern luxury. Stay in boutique-style rooms designed for comfort, just steps away from fine dining at Millhouse Kitchen and Bar. If you're planning a celebration, our event center offers stunning river views, elegant spaces, and a brand new riverside tent, perfect for weddings, receptions, and special gatherings, rain or shine. Whether you're here to relax, explore, or create lasting memories, City Mills is where history meets hospitality.
Back here at Smith Station, nothing going. Glenwood leads it 2-0 going to the top of the second inning. And leading off for the Gators, Sawyer Moss, the catcher. He takes ball one, a curveball in the dirt. And that one's bounced off the plate. It's going to go out to the mound. And a nice spin and throw there from Mason Long to record the out, 1-3. And there's one away here in the second. Brings up Trey Clarity, the second baseman. And he'll be followed by Nate Malone, the number 9 hitter in the order, on deck. Little breeze blowing today, blowing straight in from center field. If you're going to get one out of here today, you're going to have to ton it pretty good, Richard.
You're going to have to put the effort.
Unlike the other day at Glenwood, the wind was blowing straight out when Spain Park played there. But fortunately, nobody really got one up in the wind before it died down a little bit. Now, Spain Park's leadoff hitter did have 2 jacks in that game. That ball's fouled back, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
I thought Friday was interesting. Glenwood and Smith Station both had a doubleheader, and they both played Providence Christian. That couldn't have happened if these two schools are not 2 miles apart.
Right.
Well, we were still waiting on Providence Christian to get here for that second game.
The 2-1, strike 2 at the knees on the outside corner. Well-located pitch there from Long, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was a pitcher's pitch. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball fouled off over the right side.
Mike, a little bit of history of these two schools, both championship caliber teams. Smith Station won the championship in 2015. Glenwood has won 3 in a row.
And there's a line drive up the middle. That's going to be fielded, though, by the shortstop coming across at the bag. And he's going to throw across for the second out.
Great play by Evan Long, getting to his body, going to his left. He timed that perfect. It was going up the middle and getting the second out quickly. 2 down here in the second for the Gators.
That brings up Nate Malone, number 9 hitter in the order. But don't let that fool you. He's there for a reason. He's there to get on base.
He's like
for
a
the top
leadoff
of the
hitter.
order. He's like a second leadoff hitter.
He's a second leadoff hitter. Yep.
And he has great speed, great athletic ability. He shows bunt on the first pitch. Breaking pitch gets away from the catcher, ball 1.
And he could bunt for a base hit. I mean, that's something that, why not take a chance here? You got 2 outs, bunt over a base hit to get the top of the order up. Who knows what could happen?
And there's a hard hit ball at third base. And throwing across is Martinez. And that is a quick inning for Mason Long. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's Glenwood 2, Smith Station nothing. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Enjoy huge savings on our complete lineup of GMC Sierras and GMC Terrains. Full-size and powerful GMC Sierra at $13,500 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Drive away in the stylish GMC Terrain as low as $395 a month. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
McGaughan leading off for Smith Station here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Glenwood. They picked up 2 unearned runs in the top of the first inning. The pitch from Favors fouled off the left side. McGaughan, a left-handed hitter for the Panthers.
He's got some power too. I was very impressed with him in that Chelsea game and in
Did
Providence
he not have
Christian.
a walk-off homer earlier this year?
He did against Beauregard.
I thought I remember seeing that highlight.
Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch from Favors, low and away for ball 1. Yeah, you were remarking early, Richard, about the multiple arm angles of Cooper Favors. He can come from a lot of different places, and each one has a purpose. There's a fastball, fouled off the left side again. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to McGaughan. It's Panthers first baseman.
I tell you, Mike, the fans are starting to trickle in here. You got a ton of fans from the
Everybody's
Glenwood
getting
side.
off work and heading up here. So
I expected this to be a very well-attended game.
The 1-2 pitch ripped foul down the right side.
Just
this time.
for the
That was a breaking pitch on the inner half, and he turned on that one a little bit too much.
Yeah, just for the simple fact that it's a rivalry game. And, of course, you got Mark Clark from the Citizen here. So that's how you do it. You have a big game, you got the Citizen at the field.
Favors gets his sign, and the 1-2 pitch at the knees, right over the heart of the plate. Strike 3 called.
Oh, incredible pitch. That's the second strikeout for Favors.
And the left fielder, Benton Hardy, who had a nice play back in the top of the first inning. And then also, unfortunately, had the ball go off the heel of his glove out there, steps in for his first at bat. Favors the delivery. Breaking pitch stays up high. I believe Favors throws a couple of different varieties of breaking ball, Richard. He's got a tighter breaking ball and got a little bit of a sweeping breaking ball. There's a fastball down the middle, fielded by Clarity. He's going to underhand toss over to Cox at first base. And 2 away on the ground out to second.
I tell you, one thing Favors is doing is making these Smith Station hitters hit, and it's really keeping those pitch counts down.
Yep. Cohen Watkins, the designated hitter, will step in for Smith Station. You're right, Richard. He's pitching to contact, and that's, Cooper Favors is not really going to overpower a ton of folks. He's got good velocity, but he's not going to overpower a ton of folks, but he's going to locate the ball and move the ball all over the strike zone, and he's going to get a lot of ground outs. That one down low.
Yeah, one of my favorite ground out pitchers, his specialty was ground outs, was Derek Lowe.
Oh, yeah.
That sinker, it was so hard to get that out of the infield.
And he had some funky arm angles as well.
Exactly.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Speaking of which, I think Favors kind of reminds me of Derek Lowe a little bit on this windup.
They have a similar build. And
Derek doesn't really throw sidearm. But
he don't really drop down that low, but they do come out of that three-quarter or maybe a little below slot sometimes. Swing and a miss, elevated fastball there, and that's a ball and 2 strikes to Cohen Watkins.
Great velocity on that fastball. Now he's ahead of the count.
Favors gets the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball. He went fishing and he caught a big one. And strike 3. And again, 3 batters come to the plate. 3 batters go back to the dugout with 2 strikeouts for Cooper Favors in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So we will go to the 3rd inning. It is Glenwood 2, Smith Station nothing. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Back here at Smith Station, back to the top of the order for Glenwood and Carter Judah. He was a ground out victim in the 1st inning to shortstop. He takes strike 1 on a breaking pitch from Mason Long. Quickly, the 0-1 pitch, either a little bit up or a little bit in. I'm not sure which, but it was out of the strike zone. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Hit hard down the 3rd baseline, fair. That is a fair ball inside the line. And Judah will jog into 2nd base with a stand-up double as he got that one right down the chalk inside the bag at 3rd. And Glenwood off to a good start here in the 3rd inning with a man in scoring position right off the bat.
That's how you want to hit it. Get that hot corner of the bag. I don't think Martinez had a play. He wasn't hugging the line. And with Carter Judah's speed, that's an easy double.
He was playing in a little bit because Judah does have good speed, and he just ripped that one right down the line past him. And now that brings up Cam Dawson, who reached on a walk, and he drops the bunt down 3rd base side, fielded by Long. He throws, and he got him. They're going to say he held the bag. That was a nice job by the 2nd baseman covering for Smith Station, and that is Kanan McDonald. He held the bag just long enough
just for a split second. Out. It was close, Mike. His foot did come off the bag, but the ball was in the glove when his foot was on the bag. It was very close.
1-4 sacrifice if you're scoring. First out and a runner at 3rd base now, and a little dinker of a foul ball off the bat of Hudson Campbell.
Well, I think Dawson did his job. He got the runner over at 3rd. Now, deep fly ball will score Judah.
The infield is in on the grass for Smith Station, so anything in a hard hit ball to the right or the left of an infielder has a good chance of getting through, and that one's ripped foul. Coach Tim Fanning had to duck down there.
Coach Fanning was like, look out.
No balls, 2 strikes to Hudson Campbell. The pitch, fly ball down the right side, and that's going to get out of play. And we'll do it again. Long the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball, that's going to get past the shortstop. As I said, Richard, sometimes when they're pulled in, if you get it just a little bit to the right or the left of a fielder, the ball's got a chance to get through, and that's an RBI single for Hudson Campbell, and it's 3-0 Glenwood now. Get them on, get them over, get them in.
Yeah, exactly. Good timely hitting there by Hudson Campbell. Which, by the way, speaking of which, I called CVCC on Sunday. Logan Henderson, former Glenwood Gator, was featured in that game for CVCC.
Andrew Wilkinson at the plate. He looks at ball one. Wilkinson walked and scored one of the 2 runs in the first inning. And a throw over to first. Not close.
Yeah, Mike, when you call college baseball and high school baseball, you recognize familiar faces.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, oh, yeah, Brody Dixon played for Smith Station.
Well, speaking of, Auburn University has 2 brothers, one which graduated here at Smith Station, the other graduated at Glenwood.
Yeah,
Brandon
McCrane
and Mason McCrane.
Yeah.
That are starters for Auburn and doing fantastic this year. Auburn is off to a great start, both overall and in the SEC, and a lot of it to do with some local products on that team.
That is awesome to see.
The 1-0 pitch, low and in for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Wilkinson.
Of course, Mike, the 4 teams in this area have won state championships in the last 20 years. I mean, Central, Russell County, Smith, and Glenwood. And the baseball's been great here in the Phoenix City
and
Smith Station
then you
area.
cross over the river and
I know.
you add to that. Yeah, there's been some really, really good baseball. And that was low and in, ball 4. And a second walk of the day for Wilkinson. Puts runners at first and second with 1 out. And that'll bring up Cal Lawrence.
Yeah, Cal Lawrence was the one who he actually reached on the error by Hardy.
Yeah, hit that ball out to deep left center field. And Hardy just had it somehow catch the heel of his glove as he went up to make the catch. That led to 2 runs. First pitch to Lawrence. Breaking pitch off the end cap of the bat over by the Glenwood dugout.
Yeah, he knows he just has to straighten it out. He's almost there.
Yeah, he was way out in front of that one. That was a slower breaking ball. Way out in front of that pitch. That's 0-1.
Yeah, Cal Lawrence has got some pop, too.
And there's a drive out to right center field. That is going to get down in the gap and go all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. The second runner is going to be held. Wilkinson's going to be held at third base. They had to hang up for just a minute to see if the fielders were going to be able to get under that ball. So an RBI double there for Cal Lawrence. And it's 4-0 Glenwood, with runners at second and third, and that brings up Cade Cox. Cox hits from the left side, so you got another lefty-lefty matchup here. Pitch from long, up high, ball 1.
By the way, we will have Smith Station against Stanhope Elmore right back here at this field on Friday for a doubleheader.
And actually, I will be here.
Hey, how about that?
And there's a drive out to left field, another base hit down in front of Hardy. He's going to let that one get away from him. And another run is going to score. That ball had a ton of spin on it. I'm not going to make excuses for Benton Hardy there, but that ball had a ton of spin, and it just got away from Benton Hardy as he went to field it out in left field. And that's going to allow 2 runs to score. And Cade Cox will get down to second base on, we're going to call it a single and an error.
Yeah, he'll still get credit for the RBIs, though. So that is actually the 4th hit in this inning. I tell you what, after Glenwood went 1-2-3 in the second, the bats have been coming alive here in the third, as it did in the first. But really, if you take away that first inning, I mean, Smith Station has done a great job. Mason Long did a great job pitching in those first 2 innings, just the error, and now it's 6-0, and now we got a new pitcher.
Yes, we do. And that is number 2 for Smith Station.
That would be
Kanan McDonald is going to come in, and McDonald has been playing second base, so he's going to move from second base to the mound.
And I'm wondering who is going to take his place at second base, because usually lefties.
Yeah, you're not going to have a
lefties don't play
infielder.
second base. I've seen it in Little League, but
let's see.
and even McGowan, you can't move, like, because usually lefties will go play first base.
He might be going Richard to right field. I'm not sure.
I think he's going to right field.
Yeah, I believe that's him in right field. He's going to be in right field.
Trying to see who is now the second
Foxworth.
Is that Foxworth over at second base?
It is actually number 1 at second base.
Jacob Harris.
So it looks like maybe Harris.
Yeah, Jacob
is
Harris
come in the lineup for Foxworth.
All
Got to
right.
make sure. I got to make sure he didn't move to one of the other outfield positions. But Hardy is still out there. We had to see who's in center field, but we'll make those adjustments as they come around.
Trying to make those those fielders changing after a pitching change.
And there's strike 1 from Kanan McDonald.
Yeah, Sawyer Moss 0 for 1 today, grounded out to the pitcher.
And that ball bounces. It's going to get away from the catcher, and Cox is going to move down to third base. That one bounced up and caught him in the mask and shot over toward the Glenwood dugout. And that's a wild pitch. And that will make that second run that scored on the hit earned.
Well, Mike, let's talk a little about the coaches first. The coach for Smith Station, Wesley Bird. He was the longtime assistant that helped him get to the semifinals in 2023. He was under Coach Ferry, and now he is taking over the realms. And of course, we know about Tim Fanning.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Yeah, Coach Fanning, by the way, was our guest on the Step Up Make a Difference podcast this past Sunday.
It's
right. Out now.
It is out.
On all of our platforms. Make sure you watch that, share it around. It was a great conversation with Coach Tim Fanning.
Oh, yeah.
And that one fouled straight back. And Sawyer Moss fighting here with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Staying alive. Can hear the Bee Gees playing in the background.
That's usually the song I'd play when I was playing the stadium sounds.
The 2-2 pitch is a breaking pitch and a good one for strike 3. Catches him looking, and that's going to be the second out here in the third inning, and that'll bring up Trey Clarity, who grounded to short his first time at the plate.
And Trey Clarity, along with his brother Tyler Clarity, they were lighting it up on the basketball court for Coach Dusty Perdue. A tremendous athlete, great shooter, also pretty good football player
Pretty good football
too.
player.
Yeah.
Both of them pretty good football players.
Absolutely. Love showcasing this 3-sport athletes. We've done it at Glenwood for the past couple years now.
First pitch was a ball up high. The 1-0 pitch to Clarity. Stays high again. 2 balls, no strikes. And McDonald wanted to know where that one missed. It was up. The 2-0. Ball 3. 3-0. All 3 pitches have been up in the zone to Clarity, and he has a 3-0 count.
Not a bad idea to put him on first. With first base open, it makes the force at second, too.
The 3-0 pitch stays high again. Ball 4.
Speaking of which, Mike, what do you think of that third strike call in the semifinal between the United States and Dominican Republic?
Well, here's my feeling. If you're a hitter in that situation and the pitch is that close, you don't leave it in the umpire's hands.
Yeah,
you've got to foul that pitch off, because if you leave it in the umpire's hands, you got a 50-50 shot of it ending the way it did. Might have been out of the zone. It was a really good pitcher's pitch. I'll say that. It was an outstanding pitcher's pitch location, and you just can't take that pitch in that situation.
Yeah, and the championship tonight,
you got to at least foul it off. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, United States, Venezuela tonight at 8. I think this game might be finished by then. We'll try to get score updates if this game's still going on.
And there is strike 1 to Nate Malone.
Malone 0 for 1, grounded out to the third baseman.
That was a nice breaking pitch right there from McDonald.
Trying to get the top of the order.
Runners at first and third, 2 outs. We're in the top of the third inning. It is 6-0 Glenwood. And a swing and a miss at another good breaking pitch. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that fooled him.
Excuse me. I spoke too soon. They ruled that he did not.
He did not
go
break
after
his
that
wrist.
pitch. So it is 1-1 now, not 0-2. And there's another good breaking pitch.
What a pitch.
Broke that one on the inside corner, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
I tell you, Kane McDonald coming in relief. He's had some good stuff so far.
The most effective pitch so far is that breaking pitch. It's more of a slider-type breaking pitch. And he breaks that one off the outside corner. It has a good location, exactly where he wanted it in that count, exactly where the catcher called it.
I'll tell you what, Trey Clarity is getting a big jump at first. I think every time McDonald's releasing the ball that he's taking off.
The 2-2 pitch coming up high, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes now.
Is this a situation where you send Trey Clarity regardless?
Well, it's 3-2, 2 out, so absolutely he's going to be going.
He is going to be going.
He's going to be off with the delivery. The one thing he's got to do is make sure the pitcher goes to the plate.
Yeah, because the pitcher, he could try to pick him off, or that could be another factor. So you don't want to take off too soon.
The payoff pitch is strike 3 called on the inside corner. He finally got that fastball located down in the zone a little bit and gets the strikeout looking. So limits the damage here after coming in relief. But in the inning, 4 runs on 3 hits. There was an error, and there were 2 runners left on base for Glenwood. And they take a 6-0 lead into the bottom of the third. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Back here at Smith Station.
Yeah, Jacob Harris. Remember, he came in.
He came in for Mason Long, I guess.
So, yeah, they're going to let him bat here.
So Jacob Harris will lead off here in.
So he's actually coming in for Mason, like he's hitting for Mason Long.
Yeah, he's in Mason Long's spot in the order.
So Mason Long did not get to come up to the plate.
Yeah, evidently he did not go to right field like we thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He just came completely out of the game.
He's out of the game. Yep.
And that was bounced down the first baseline. It's going to roll foul.
By the way, Brookstone is playing Pacelli at Diamond Field. We'll try to get a score update.
1-1 to Jacob Harris. Favors has his sign. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking pitch is going to hit out to right field. It's sinking out there, but Hudson Campbell is on it.
And our friends at Middle Georgia Sports Live is simulcasting Calvary and Westfield School from Perry.
Absolutely. Saw Brett's messages this afternoon and got the simulcast set up. Glad to be able to bring the action from over here to our friends over at Middle Georgia.
By the way, bottom of the fifth inning, Brookstone and Pacelli are tied at
6-6.
Dave
Chase
Platt
Foxworth at the plate for Smith Station. And he takes ball one up high. It's obvious to me, Richard, that this plate umpire is not going to give the high side of the zone. And that one's hit right back up the middle. It's going to die. Clarity's going to make a strong throw, but it's errant. And let's see. And that goes into the dugout over there, and he's going to get an extra base. So, Richard, trying to figure out what the original scoring on that would be. We're going to give it an error. They've got two errors.
Yeah, that's an error on the second baseman, even though, like I mentioned, I thought it was going to be a base hit, but it died in the infield. And Clarity was trying to get it over and just couldn't.
Technically, that could be two errors on one play because, well, not really. It would be one error throwing. He didn't boot the ball, came up with it clean. It was just a lot of spin on it.
Yeah.
That brings us back to the top of the order. And a good breaking pitch from Favors, but stays down in the zone as Evan Long is back up. He was a strikeout victim in inning number 1 in his first plate appearance. Not going to lie to you, the breeze is a little bit relentless now, Richard. Seems like it's picked up a little bit. Swing and a miss for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Evan Long.
Well, and the good thing about daylight savings time in the month of March, the sun goes down about 8:39. So, once the sun goes down, the temperature really drops. So
yes,
hopefully
it does.
They could get this game in before the sun goes down.
Me too.
I mean, they got lights here. I mean, we're not wanting to stay
as far as that goes.
Yeah, we're not wanting to be here like when we called that 5-hour baseball game between Kendrick and Spencer 2 years ago. I'll never forget that day.
I had a 3, and I've had 2 3-hour-plus games so far this year, Richard. One of those was Calvary and Glenwood.
Oh, yeah. I heard how cold that was.
It was very cold. That one's fouled over the right side, and it's going to get out of play. And then I had a 10-inning affair.
I remember that
Columbus and Central.
That was a great game.
It was a really good game. It's a ball and 2 strikes now to Evan Long.
By the way, your call, Michael Nodelman's 2-run homer is a candidate for Houlihan Highlight of the Week. So go and vote. I think, is it too late to vote? No, it's not too late to vote. Still come out and vote.
And that one stays just off the plate outside.
And, Mike, I do got to say, I promise, as your color commentator, I will not get excited about a play because I completely drained out Matthew Melton's call, and I apologize to him for that. I feel so terrible. I get excited even as a color commentator, but I'll kind of tone it down to maybe a level of 4. How about that?
The 2-2 pitch. Hit hard down the left field line and fair.
Yeah, it's a fair ball.
That's going to get down in the corner. And no, did they call it foul?
Did they call it foul?
Did they call the ball? It was called foul.
Maybe can we can we see the replay on that?
Never mind.
Do we have VAR? Yeah, you hate seeing that kind of.
Yeah, Smith Station.
Little chippery.
Smith Station coach was. He still believes the ball was fair, and it looked fair from our vantage point.
Yeah, there is no love lost between these two teams. As far as geographically, because they separated by 2 miles, you talk about a lot of kids who live in this area that go to Glenwood, that the public school that they would be going to is Smith Station. Same with Central. I mean, Glenwood is right on the border of Phoenix City and Smith Station. And so you have a ton of kids that, are familiar with this area. They all played Little League together. They all know each other.
Yeah. Some of them live in the same neighborhoods.
Yeah. That's why it's important that we have this rivalry.
The 2-2 pitch fouled off the right side and back behind us.
Yeah, and that is not far enough to go into the parking lot. Now, I'm not too worried about the cars in the parking lot because that's
if they get one back to where I parked,
it's a lengthy part.
That would be amazing.
What an absolute fantastic sports complex. You got track and field, softball behind us.
J.D. Evilsizer track and field complex.
There you
right
go.
Next door to us.
Absolutely.
And a swing and a miss for strike 3.
Nice strikeout.
And a tough one.
Is that 4 strikeouts for Favors?
That is 4, strikeout number 4. And that brings up Kanan McDonald. McDonald was a ground out victim back in the first inning to second base.
By the way, we are right across the street from TC Britton Field Panther Stadium.
Yep.
We're Smith Station. You've called several games up at Smith
Quite
Station.
a number this past year, absolutely.
Great field.
Yeah, with the addition they made in the end zone.
That scoreboard, it looks fantastic.
The scoreboard's great. Really, really some tremendous facilities here at Smith Station. Softball field right next door. There's a bouncing ball up the middle. Gets shortstop Cal Lawrence, fields it. Pats, throws, and gets him, and that is the end of the 3rd inning. So in that 3rd inning, we had no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. And that'll do it for 3 innings of play. It is 6-0 Glenwood. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live in just a moment.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia-Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
Back here at Smith Station, 6-0 Glenwood, top of the fourth inning. The Gators coming to the plate, and once again, Carter Judah leads off an inning for the third time.
Mike, I do want to say this because I'm a big around the scoreboard type. If we have any score updates, we got Brookstone Pacelli going on, Calvary Westfield School, Sumter County Columbus.
And there is a good pitch from McDonald for strike one, a little breaking pitch.
And we got Spencer Hardaway, Jordan Shaw, Eufaula, Russell County.
Check swing. He did not go.
Harris County's taking on Griffin. Mundy's Mill taking on Northside. Busy night around on a Tuesday night for baseball.
Tuesday's a big day.
It's always a big
Tuesdays
day.
are always a big day for high school baseball.
And soccer.
The 1-1 pitch stays up. 2 balls and 1 strike. Judah stands in. The 2-1 pitch on the way stays up again. 3 balls and a strike.
And I forgot to mention Smith Station will be at Columbus tomorrow on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Like you called the Central Columbus game last week. Smith Station will be playing Columbus on a Wednesday night just like Central last week.
3-1 up high, ball 4. And second inning in a row that Carter Judah has been the leadoff hitter on base for Glenwood, and that'll bring up Cam Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson 0 for 1 today. He walked and grounded out.
Cannon McDonald having a little trouble locating his fastball. He's leaving it up basically every time. But that breaking pitch, that one was nasty.
It works.
That one had a little sickness on it as it snapped off for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Dawson. Throw over to first, runner back safely. It's tough on the first baseman over there this time of day because if you look where the sun is, Richard, that can be a little dangerous to the first baseman on a pickoff throw. He's putting his sunglasses on now. That's a smart move. Time called at the plate.
Mike, I have to ask you, is Glenwood wearing their green uniforms because it's St. Patrick's Day?
They very well could be. You know, that's a good thought, Richard. They have that green jersey, and it is March 17th, St. Patty's Day. And they got him picked.
Pickle.
And he's out. So that goes 1-3-6 on the pickoff.
I don't know if Carter Judah was planning on stealing or he just got caught off the base.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get an early jump, and they just had him. So back to Cam Dawson. Breaking pitch, and that's going to make it 1-1, I believe. The umpire will give the count. I believe it's 1 ball, 1 strike. I know there's a strike. Yep,
yeah.
It is 1-1. And that one's fouled off. You know, the reflex move when you're keeping the scoreboard is when a guy gets caught stealing, you reach up and clear the scoreboard, but you got to remember there's a batter at the plate too. So I've done that many times.
We got some upcoming games for Glenwood this Thursday, home against Opelika. We will have that game. And then they don't have any games during spring break. Their next game is not until March the 30th against Northside, and then they play Columbus on March 31st.
Ball and 2 strikes now to Cam Dawson. Yeah, they're taking a little breather after this tough
because they played
part
in the Border Wars. They played in the Southeast
Classic.
Classic.
They've had a tough opening part of the season. Don't blame Tim Fanning for giving his pitchers some time off, and they do have, I believe, some kind of little trip planned in spring break.
Yeah, looking forward to it. They definitely deserve that time off.
So we're at a 3-2 count now. The payoff pitch from McDonald, and that plunks him. And Dawson is aboard for the second time. He has walked. He is officially 0 for 0 today, Richard, as he walked in the first inning, had a sacrifice bunt in the third inning, and now has been hit by a pitch. So he does not have an official plate appearance.
No official at bat, yeah.
Official at bat. He does have official plate appearances, but no official
at
bats.
that plate appearance stat, I mean, that's really just how many times have you come up to the batter's box?
That you walk into the batter's box, yeah.
Exactly. Does not affect your batting average.
So that one gets away from the catcher off his glove, but comes out front. And it's 1-0 to Hudson Campbell. I got to give Hudson Campbell some props because against Spain Park the other night, he made a phenomenal throw from right field to nail a runner at third base. It was a strike. And it was as they call it, was a hose from right field. The ball down in the dirt, runner going, and he will get in there safely. He was off on the pitch. So that's going to be a stolen base.
Yeah, that's his second stolen base of the game.
And so it's 2-0 now to Campbell. Let's see, I'll look back. I believe Hudson had a pretty decent game at the plate in that game against Spain Park. Yeah, he was 2 for 3 with a run scored and a walk in that game, and the outfield assist. Shows bunt here on 3-0. He's going to pull this back, and he does, and that's strike one on the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike.
That was a smart move by Hudson Campbell to make McDonald throw a strike, and now Campbell's in a hitter's count.
He can be selective.
Yeah, and I don't think he wants to take first base. I think he wants to come up here swinging. So
yeah,
why not get in a hitter's count?
He's looking for something to hit here. He's looking for something in his little box right here. The 3-1 on the way, down low and in, ball 4.
It's situational baseball, Mike. If they were tied or if they were down, I would take the walk. But you're up 6-0. I would just let the batters try to hit. See if you can just get some swings in there.
That'll bring a mound visit. Let's see what we're going to do here.
I don't know. What would you do in that situation? Would you definitely take the walk?
I've got whoever's at the plate who is looking for one pitch, and if he doesn't get that pitch, we'll take the base runner.
Sometimes you only get one pitch.
If that's that pitch in that location, you absolutely try to mash it on a 3-1 count. Everybody in the infield on the mound for the Panthers. And Andrew Wilkinson waits to hit. Wilkinson has walked twice and scored twice in the game. And talk about a young man with plenty of power from the left side, Richard.
No question.
They call him Boudreaux, and he can mash it, but his dad can mash it too. Mm-hmm. Back in the day at Columbus State, my first year or two there, his dad, Dusty, was on the most prolific home run hitting team I ever saw at Columbus State in all my 16 years.
Was that 2002 state champ?
That was not. That was the 1996 team, and they hit 92 home runs, and they finished second only to a team that plays in the thin air in Colorado.
Colorado School of Mines. I'm just kidding.
It wasn't the school. It was actually Grand Canyon, who was Division II at that time.
Yeah, now they're in the WAC.
Yeah, now they're in the WAC. First pitch was a ball to Wilkinson.
but you talk about a potent lineup. My goodness. And there's strike one on the outside corner. I'll give you a name you'll recognize, Marty Richburg.
Yes.
Marty Richburg was a shortstop on that team.
The coach of
All-American.
The Hardaway State Championship softball team in
Yep, and he was principal at Northside for years, and now he's in the school district. And that one tipped into the mitt by Wilkinson. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. Good location right there from McDonald. But, yeah, we had Brandon O'Hearn was the right fielder, but also trotted out of right field for 13 saves that year and was the Division II Player of the Year.
Oh, nice.
And you had Dusty DeVore, the first baseman, hit 22 home runs that year. Here's a ground ball over to third. They're going to step on third for 1, and that's going to be all they're going to get there. As
5 unassisted.
Eddie Martinez made sure of 1 out there.
And he got the lead runner. That was a smart play.
Yep, so it remains runners at first and second after the fielder's choice, and that brings up Cal Lawrence. Now, Lawrence drove a double into the gap last inning and drove in a run with that double. And there's a nice breaking pitch on the outside corner from Kanan McDonald. 0-1. Trying to limit the damage here. He can get a pop-up or a ground ball. Trying to keep Glenwood off the board. The pitch. Another breaking pitch, stayed high that time.
It was a good pitch, just did not quite get into the strike zone.
Well, he's, if he hasn't figured out yet that this umpire is not going to call the high side of the zone, he should have. He's had some sideways looks at the ump on some of those high pitches that were right at the top of the zone. And that one stays high again, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
And also because the height of Cal Lawrence, his strike zone is just a little bit bigger than most hitters.
Yep.
And McDonald's trying to get that call.
2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Glenwood leading 6-0. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss. That one was at the letters, and that was a good located high fastball right there.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Go after the hitter.
That's the hard one to lay off of. And, Richard, I got the answer to your question about the green jerseys for Glenwood. They have clovers on their right sleeve.
So it
is a St. Patrick's Day.
It is a St. Patrick's Day thing.
And that one's driven out to shortstop. On the bounce, goes the short way to second. And that'll end the inning on a second straight fielder's choice. So, in the 4th inning for Glenwood, no runs, there were no hits, there were no errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It is Glenwood 6, Smith Station nothing. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Nestled along the Chattahoochee River, City Mills blends historic charm with modern luxury. Stay in boutique-style rooms designed for comfort, just steps away from fine dining at Millhouse Kitchen and Bar. If you're planning a celebration, our event center offers stunning river views, elegant spaces, and a brand new riverside tent, perfect for weddings, receptions, and special gatherings, rain or shine. Whether you're here to relax, explore, or create lasting memories, City Mills is where history meets hospitality.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Back here to Smith Station. Bottom of the fourth inning, Hunter Whale will lead it off. He is 1 for 1 today with an infield single back in the first inning.
And I noticed the scoreboard does not have them.
They don't have that scored as a hit. There was no doubt that was a hit.
That was definitely a hit, just not,
no doubt
not on the scoreboard. Yeah.
It would have taken an absolutely perfect play to make it, and they couldn't do it. So I'm going to keep mine like it is.
Yeah, so am I.
It's not my first rodeo. That's strike one, a good pitch from Cooper Favors.
So, Mike, have you been able to call any CSU baseball and softball games with Scott Miller yet?
I have not. Scott usually does those solo. I've got an opportunity this weekend to do PA.
Oh, nice.
I got to talk to my boss at the house and see if we have any plans this weekend. I got a text this afternoon asking me if I was available. But there is one away on the ground out to second base by Whale.
Okay. CSU doing pretty good this year. They took 2 out of 3 their last, I think, against Georgia State,
College.
Georgia College, 2 out of 3.
And Eddie Martinez strides to the plate. He reached on a fielder's choice, or actually ended the inning on a fielder's choice back in the first. He's 0 for 1. Favors. Throws a fastball. Moves that one back over the outside corner. Nice arm side movement there.
Great movement on that fastball. Got it right on the corner. That's a hard-to-hit pitch.
The 0-1. Tried it again. Left that one off the plate this time. One ball, one strike, one out. Bottom of the fourth. Pitch to Martinez. Strike two, another one. A little sinker on the outside corner. Move that one right back over the outside part of the plate. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now. And timeout called by Martinez at the plate. Going to try to break a little rhythm from Favors.
Don't forget, upcoming schedule for Smith Station. They play Columbus tomorrow on the road. They're on the road against Prattville on Thursday. And then Friday, the doubleheader against Stanhope Elmore. And then they'll be off for spring break. Their next game is not until March the 26th against Lauderdale County.
The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball popped up. It's going to drift out of play.
And I believe
and
that
it
is
was booted by a Glenwood parent over there. Absolute, that was an absolute boot on that one.
Oh, man.
And I don't know who that guy is, but he's charged with an error.
It's a shame we missed it.
That was E-Dad on that play.
Yeah, we need to have multiple cameras, one over there in the Glenwood bleachers. Can't believe we missed it. No, I do believe they're going to be in a tournament during spring break. Lauderdale County, Hoover, Spain Park, and Hartselle are the teams they are.
That's a pretty good field.
9 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
In that tournament.
That's going to be a tournament, looking like.
The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off again. No chance for the error on this one, though. Smart play by Dad over there. He did not go after that foul ball.
And then on March the 31st, I think for the first time in school history, I think Smith Station is taking on Lee Scott Academy. I don't think they played each other last year, but that's going to be a good game as well.
So we'll do the 1-2 pitch again from Favors. It's on the way. Sidearm delivery, fouled off again. Good job by Martinez fighting some pitches off here. A ball and 2 strikes.
And then in area play, they play everybody 3 times. Can't wait for that. That'll be in a couple of weeks. Opelika, Central, and Auburn.
Favors into the wind. He's got his signal. The 1-2 pitch again. Fouled off again. That's about 5 straight now, I think, that Martinez has fouled off. Favors now has his sign. The 1-2 on the way. Fouled off again. And they're all going to that right side. He's getting the bat on the ball, staying alive here, keeping that at bat alive with one out in the fourth. Favors trying to find the combination to either get him to swing and miss or put the ball in play so they can get a chance for an out here. The 1-2 coming. Foul back again. I'm not sure, but I think that's 7 straight foul balls.
7 straight, yeah. Great job,
Richard,
by
I'll
Martinez.
tell you a story about 8 straight foul balls. It was 1995, I believe, and it was the championship. No, not the championship game. Maybe the semifinal game of the Division II baseball championship over in Montgomery, Alabama, historic Patterson Field. The pitch first stays off the plate outside. A great take by Martinez there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. But a guy named Wendell Stevens was at the plate for Troy State.
Wendell Stevens.
Bases loaded. And an award-winning story by then Troy Sports Information Director Tom Enzi that won an award that year was the midnight home run. But he fouled off 8 straight pitches in that game. And then on the 9th pitch, as the clocks were dinging midnight in Montgomery, Alabama, he hit a grand slam home run to propel Troy to the championship. They went on to win the national championship a day or two later.
What a story.
And what a fantastic story that was written by Tom Enzi, my good friend, and won several awards that year for writing from COSIDA and from some other folks. But his summary story of that game.
That is awesome. You know, great sports plays seem to happen at the stroke of midnight.
3-2 pitch is strike 3 called as he moved that one back over the corner. That was a great at-bat by Eddie Martinez, but spoiled by Cooper Favors as he went to the sidearm delivery, Richard, and moved that one right back over the corner. And he has painted some fastballs over that outside corner with good arm side movement. That's the first one he dropped down on to get that movement. And it's 2 away. And Hunter McGaughan at the plate now. Two away, bottom of the 4th inning. And that one's fouled off the left side, out of play.
All right, well, Brookstone's leading Pacelli 9-6 in the top of the 7th. Just a little score update there.
The 0-1 pitch off the outside corner for ball 1. 1-1 to McGaughan. Where's number 19, left-handed hitter? He was a strikeout victim looking back in the 2nd inning. The pitch travels out of the zone again. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Mike, looks like the temperature is going to start to drop where you start to not feel
fire
your
this
fingers.
heater up over here in a minute,
Need
Richard.
a space heater, I know. Got to get something.
That thing is worth every dollar I paid for it.
Love it.
Bought it about 3 years ago, and it's been worth every penny. And that one broke in on his shoe tops off the plate. 3 balls and a strike now to McGaughan. So he can be selective here, look for something to drive. He's going to put that pitch in a box. And if it comes in his box, he's going to try to wail on it. The 3-1. And there's a fly ball out to left field, shallow, and it's going to find grass out there for a base hit.
Good effort by Malone.
And now the throw is going to get past everybody as it got lost in the sun. Clarity absolutely lost that one in the sun as it came in. And so he's going to move to second base on a throwing error, but that's a base hit. Now, you and I have that as the second hit of the game for Smith Station. The scoreboard has it as the first hit.
Hey, how excited are you about United States and Venezuela in the championship tonight?
What a game that should be. You know, some great players on the Venezuelan team, and they are celebratory this year, very much so.
Yeah, Ronald Acuna Jr.
And Ronald Acuna Jr. hitting leadoff for them.
By the way, Glenwood softball leading Beulah in the top of the 7th.
And there's a line drive out to second base. That's going to bounce quickly, and then Clarity's going to field it and throw to first. And that's the end of the inning here in the 4th. So no runs on a hit. There was an error. And 1 runner left on base. And after 4 complete innings, it is Glenwood 6, Smith Station nothing. We'll come back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live in just a moment.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here with Masterwall CEO Steve Smithwick. They're one of our first sponsors. We didn't even know what sponsors were 4 years ago when I was doing this off my phone. Thank you so much, Steve, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Oh, it's something that was needed for so long in the Valley, and me with my history of being a coach and all. Love to support it. You do a great job with that. Even when you were doing it on your phone, it was great.
I appreciate it, man. And again, we wouldn't be able to cover the 50 different high schools and all the different sports without Masterwall and different businesses like yourself. But you're also a coach and now a award-winning author. We have Believer, Bulldog, and Coach. You can get on Amazon right now. You were the winningest basketball coach in Calvary history. What was the mindset behind writing this book?
Well, it's, you know, I kind of treated it as a ministry, and I treat our business as a ministry. Loved what I did as a coach, working with those young guys and trying to set an example and point them in the right direction, and kind of do the same thing with business. So, you know, you got to build it with a lot of good people around you, the right support group, and once again, I call it a ministry because that's the way I see it.
You can get this award-winning book right now on Amazon, and it's going to tell the whole story of C. Smithwick from being an award-winning coach and a Hall of Famer and having the court named after him and then building this incredible business.
Back here at Smith Station, Cade Cox at the plate for Glenwood, and he takes strike 1. From Kanan McDonald, who's pitching in relief here. Mason Long started for the Panthers. Swing and a miss, strike 2 for Cade Long.
Yeah, Cade is 1 for 2 today. He's got a single with 2 RBIs his last time up.
He's got a 1-2 count. Nobody out here. This is the leadoff hitter of the top of the 5th inning. Glenwood leading at 6-0. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Or excuse me, strike 3.
Yep.
I just said he had a 1-2 count, and then I said strike 2. It's tough getting old, Richard.
I'm almost there.
Sawyer Moss now at the plate. Moss is 0 for 2. He grounded to the pitcher back in the 2nd inning. Struck out looking in the 3rd. First pitch to him is driven out toward right field. That's going to drop down for a single. Thought it was going to hang up in the air long enough for a play to be made, but it dipped down and got the grass. And Glenwood has a runner aboard for Trey Clarity.
And then the courtesy pinch runner for Sawyer Moss, who is the catcher. That would be number 15, Asher Long.
So Asher Long, the courtesy runner at first base. And the lights have come on here at Smith Station. First pitch. Taken for a strike, runner goes first pitch and steals second base. So a stolen base for Asher Long. And a runner in scoring position for Clarity as he took all the way there with the runner going.
Yeah, anytime you be a pinch runner, you got fresh legs out there, you're going to try to steal at any opportunity.
And I will mention, Richard, if it runs out of gas, I have another bottle, so we're good to go.
Oh, you're talking about your space heater?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got the backup over here in my bag.
I'm telling you. That space heater has definitely been a lifesaver right now because I could definitely be freezing even worse. The top half of my body.
All you got to do is just kind of reach your cold hand down there.
Reach the cold hand. There we go. Oh, yeah. Just like a campfire.
The 0-2 pitch bounced out to the mound. It's going to get over the mound.
Got to hurry it.
Play, and they get him at first base. Really nice job of coming on and making the play out there was Jacob Harris. That one got over the glove of Kanan McDonald. Does get the runner over to third on the 4-3. And
So-
there's 2 outs now with a runner at third base for Nate Malone.
If the glove hit Kanan McDonald's glove, would you score that 1-4-3?
Yes, you would score that 1-4-3.
Even though it wasn't intentional. Okay.
Correct.
I tell you and Dave Plata, and when it comes to scoring in the baseball book, I mean, it's like a work of art. It really, because you have the same like type when you're scoring, and it's incredible just going back and just seeing that.
Well, it's just something you learn over time. I started learning how to keep a scorebook when I think I was about maybe 11 or 12 years old, and still playing at that time. But I would, as a hobby, not really as a hobby, I would help out on other games and learned how to keep the book. Had some people that taught me, and then ended up doing it for a living for quite a while. And it's 0-2 now to Nate Malone on the breaking pitch.
But the question is, when you go to like a baseball game, like going to see the Braves or the Cleanstones, do you?
No, I don't. I don't keep a book.
I know some people who do.
I know a lot of people do.
Yeah.
It's a great hobby. And that one's up and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nate Malone. Malone is 0 for 2. He grounded to third back in the second inning, struck out looking in the third. Looking for his first hit today. The 1-2 pitch, breaking pitch, popped up foul territory. The first baseman giving chase, and he's not going to get there. Good effort.
It was a good effort. I thought for a second he might have had a play on it, but it was right at the
I've seen a
dugout.
lot of first basemen end up with skint faces and black eyes from running after foul balls like that and all of a sudden meeting a fence. I have one living at my house that did that. We had to take him to the hospital up in North Georgia playing in a summer tournament.
Is that your son that played at State?
Sneed, yep. And he hit his jaw. And a swing and a miss. He got him on strikes for the third out. So, in the 5th inning, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. And 1 runner left on base for Smith Station. After 5 complete, it is Glenwood 6, Smith Station nothing. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers, every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Back here to Smith Station, the Panthers coming to the plate in the bottom of the fifth inning, and Cohen Watkins, the designated hitter, will lead off for the homestanding Panthers.
0 for 1 today with a strikeout.
Favors only allowed 2 hits today, one of those an infield hit, and the other a bloop single. Smith Station thought they had an RBI double, but the umpire said it was a foul ball. It was close, I know that much.
Yeah, very.
The 1-0 pitch on the way. Fouled off at the plate. And it is 1 ball, 1 strike to Cohen Watkins.
I'm still baffled. Like last week, we had baseball games in 70 and 80-degree weather.
Hey, if you don't like the weather, just hang around a little while. You might get something different. And that one tipped off the forearm of Cohen Watkins, hit by pitch, and the leadoff hitter for the first time in the ball game. Smith Station has the leadoff hitter aboard. And that'll bring up Jacob Harris.
I kid you not. I was wearing shorts last week, and now I haven't like packed them away. I'm keeping them out. This is crazy where you go warm weather, cold weather, warm weather, and you got to keep all your clothes out.
You got to keep all your clothes out. Yeah, absolutely.
Summer and winter.
Yeah, I grabbed this hoodie that I'm wearing off my stack of hunting clothes that's still in my garage from the last day of hunting season.
Nice.
And it is my warm one that's got a little Sherpa inside it. So I said, hey, I'm going to grab that.
And it's
take
green.
It to the ball game. Oh, it's a real tree. Yeah, it's got some green on it.
You're
so
wearing your green.
I'm still alive I wore a green shirt today, and I'm still alive for St. Patrick's Day because I got green in it. Nobody can pinch me. The 1-0 pitch. And throw behind the runner down there, and he's safe. Gets back, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on a good breaking pitch from Favors.
I thought of a really cool idea. It's St. Patrick's Day. That would be cool if we had the Gas Live icon in that upper right corner.
With clover
with
or a leprechaun or something.
Or green. That'd be really cool.
The 1-1 pitch stays up high, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner at first base. The pitch. Up and in for ball 3. And Favors is down in the count here. 3-1 to Jacob Harris.
You got to think Favors' pitch count has got to be a little bit higher than usual. I wonder how long Coach Fanny is going to keep him in this game.
He's getting his sign here for the 3-1 pitch. You'd love to get a ground ball right here, right at an infielder. The pitch, and it stays high, ball 4. And the first 2 runners are aboard for the Panthers here in the 5th. And here comes Tim Fanning out. He's going to have a little chat with Cooper Favors.
And then the theme music, the dark side, the Empire's theme music.
The Darth Vader music.
Yes.
As I called it.
Well, you know, at Calvary, they have the Seinfeld theme music. I don't know if you called a game at Calvary. With Jerry Seinfeld coming to Columbus, by the way.
Richard, tickets went on sale this week for one of my favorite bands of all time. They're coming to Macon in June, and I think I might buy myself tickets. Kansas.
Kansas, carry on my wayward son.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That's the only song I know from Kansas.
They got a lot of them. They got
I
some good
know.
ones. Dust in the Wind's probably their best song.
They're not a one-hit wonder. But that's the only song I know from Kansas. Because I used to play a game like 15 years ago called Guitar Hero.
Mm-hmm. First pitch, bunt, foul. This is Chase Foxworth at the plate. He is the right fielder. And he drops that, tries to drop a bunt down right there, but fouls it away at the plate. It's 0-1. Pace has slowed down considerably here in this 5th inning.
By the way, Calvary Christian beat Westfield School 14-3.
Wow. Big win for Calvary.
Hardaway beat Spencer 15-0. And so far, and Brookstone beat Pacelli 9-6.
The 0-1, bouncing ball, to shortstop for 1, over to first.
I think he got it.
Did he get him?
I think he did. How about that? A tailor-made.
6-4-3 gets the runner over to third.
6-4-3. And you know 4 plus 3, what does that equal, Mike?
6-4-3. 6 plus 4 plus 3 equals 2, Richard.
No, 4 plus 3 equals 7, so 6-7. I had to throw that in.
Don't say that too loud. We'll have a bunch of middle schoolers around us.
Oh, yeah.
Pumping their hands up
pumping
and down.
their hands up.
So 2 away in the top of the order. Evan Long up at the plate. Runner at third base. Long trying to push a run across. A great at bat by him a couple innings ago. And it ended up with a swinging strike, but he's the one who hit the controversial line drive down the left field line. That was ruled a foul ball. And then later in that bat, after fouling off a couple more pitches, ended up striking out swinging. That was Smith Station's first legit scoring chance in the game, and they've got another one here.
By the way, we did just drop our power rankings for baseball. Harris County #1, Glenwood #2, Smith Station #10. And when you have 11 teams that's been in the rankings so far, one team has to go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Jordan Red Jackets was that team. And right now they're playing Shaw, and they can get a big win over Shaw. Maybe they come back in our rankings.
2 balls and a strike to Evan Long. Yeah, Jordan played tough a lot this year. They're one of those teams, Richard, though, that they can't afford to get anybody hurt.
Yeah, they're players. Yeah, they've got some key players that have been in that program for a couple of years now.
Favor steps off.
Hey, we'll be back at it tomorrow as Smith Station traveling across the river to take on Columbus.
That pitch outside off the plate. 3 balls and a strike now, and Evan Long can be selective here in this count.
Yeah, Randy Jordan Field, another Wednesday night baseball game over in Columbus.
Yeah, I was just thinking you were talking about the weather. Last week I sat the entire 10 innings of that game in just a polo shirt.
And it was cold.
It was not cold.
It wasn't?
Not cold at all. It was
not even at night?
83 degrees when we started, and it was still in the 70s when the game was over. And it was a very pleasant evening.
Hard to believe that we actually had that last week.
Favor steps off after the runner had a lot of motion messing with him there. The 3-1 pitch fouled at the plate. And that was a very defensive swing from Evan Long there. It was a breaking pitch. It came back over the inside half, but on that count, probably not the kind of swing you want to see your leadoff hitter take.
Yeah, he's trying to get that run across Evan Long. He's had a tough day at the plate, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch. Ripped past the second baseman into right field, and there's the RBI single for Evan Long. And there's the first run of the game for Smith Station.
Great hit by Evan Long. Opposite field, power going the other way. Give himself an RBI single. Get Smith Station on the board.
And Kanan McDonald, the pitcher, will step in. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th. It's 6-1 now. Glenwood with the lead. Throw over to first. He's back. First pitch. Stays up, tails in. One ball, no strikes. The pitch stays up again. 2 balls, no strikes. And there's a strike. 2. Two won the count, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that one stays up. Again. Neither one of these pitchers have figured out that the umpire's not calling that pitch today.
They're not getting it.
The incredulous look from the pitcher, what they believe is a strike, but it's on the high side of the zone, and he has not called that pitch for either team today. Very consistent with that. The 3-1. Runner goes. That's a called strike, but Evan Long is going to steal second base and get into scoring position. And it's 3-2 now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base. 6-1 is the score. Glenwood with the lead. Cooper Favors trying to get out of this 5th inning with no more damage. The 3-2. Up the middle, that's going to be through there for a base hit. Long is going to round third base, and he's headed for home, and he will score standing up. So an RBI single.
Now batting, number 8, Hunter Well.
For Kanan McDonald. That brings Hunter Whale back to the plate. Whale is 1 for 2. He had the infield single back in the first. See, there's some activity down in the bullpen for Glenwood.
A little bit of a delay here.
I believe that might be Sfakianos, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're trying to get
Had
that
a courtesy runner over at first base.
number off his jersey.
16.
Yeah, and I noticed Not sure how much longer Cooper
Ball
Favors
one.
is going to go. You know, we do have activity over in the bullpen, and we try to get a number as soon as we can. I tell you, they're happy that the bullpen's right by the dugout, because when they were playing at Synovus Park, they had to walk all the way over to center field to get into the bullpen.
Oop, I believe my gas just ran out, Richard. So I will get the bottle changed at the inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And taking second base with a big jump was that courtesy runner for the pitcher. And that is Cole Flournoy.
Flournoy, that's a familiar last name. Oh, what a pitch.
And that's strike 3. And Favors gets out of the 5th inning. But a couple of runs score for Smith Station. So 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors. And 1 runner left on base. After 5 complete innings of play, it is Glenwood 6, Smith Station 2. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Back here at Smith Station, top of the 6th inning. And there's a high fly ball, deep center field. That's going to be hauled in out there off the bat of Carter Judah. And believe it or not, for the 4th time in 6th inning, in 6 innings, Carter Judah was leading off an inning for Glenwood. And he is now 1-for-4 with 1 away here in the inning. And there's a foul ball down the right side off the bat of Cam Dawson. And another foul ball off that right side. And he gets him for the strikeout. Quickly 2 away here in the 6th inning. And that'll bring up Hudson Campbell. Campbell has walked, singled, scored a run, and flied out in the game. He is 1 for 2 officially. And a high fly ball drifting in foul territory, but it's coming back now to the field. And that's going to be fielded in left field for the fly out by Bennett Hardy. And that'll do it for Glenwood in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Glenwood 6, Smith Station 2. We'll be back on Georgia, Alabama.
Now batting, number 9, Eddie Martinez.
Back here at Smith Station, new pitcher for Glenwood trotting in from right field is the left-hander Hudson Campbell. And moving into right field and playing defense only the rest of the game will be Asher Long. And Eddie Martinez will lead it off here for Smith Station in the 6th. He is 0 for 2. Fielder's choice in the first inning and a strikeout looking in the 4th, and he fouls the first pitch he sees from Campbell away, and it's 0-1.
By the way, that walk-up song for Eddie Martinez, famous in the movie Hardball, as a recent Academy Award winner Michael B. Jordan was in that movie.
Great movie.
Oh, yeah.
That one hit out toward right center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Briefly, it's going to get away from Asher Long. It took a wicked bounce on him. Almost got by him, but that's a base hit. And that'll bring up Hunter McGaughan. McGaughan, left-handed hitter. On the day, he is 1 for 2, and he hits that one sky high out behind shortstop, and Cal Lawrence puts that one away for the first out. Benton Hardy will come up now, the left fielder. Excuse me. So that is not Benton Hardy. That is pinch hitting Cole Flournoy.
That is going to be a strike.
So strike one for Flournoy facing Hudson Campbell. Not a big lead at all over at first base. Swing and a miss late on that one.
Mike, I got to ask you, is he any relation to the new Central football coach,
I don't
Cody
know.
Flournoy?
it would be quite interesting if the new Central head coach's son went to school at Smith Station. So I don't know how to answer that. Could be Ken, and there's a tip into the mid, and that's strike 3. So 3 pitches and a strikeout.
And look, you've started a trend, Mike. Other people have pulled out their space heaters.
Yes.
And that guy looks like he's got a propane tank out here.
Yeah, he's got another model of he brought the big grill tank that's got the burner you attach to it.
The one that you swap out when you go basically a propane tank for like a barbecue grill.
Yep. Pitch gets away. That's ball 1. Yeah, mine is called a Little Buddy. It's made by Mr. Heater, or Portable Buddy Heater by Mr. Heater. It uses the small propane bottle that you can find just about anywhere. Fouled away at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I'll be honest with you, if anybody tried to plug in any of these space heaters, we might have a same situation like Griffin Montroy in 2022. If you don't know that story, Griffin Montroy kicked the lights out of the stadium in a Glenwood football game between Bessemer Academy. 2022. Such a long time
Fouled
ago.
away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, I don't know if you were watching you probably weren't, but I was watching the Auburn-Missouri game Friday night at home on the road, and part of the lights went out at Missouri's stadium.
Oh, wow.
And they had about an hour and a half delay, and there's strike 3 looking on the outside corner, and that takes down Cohen Watkins for the 3rd out. So in the 6th inning for Smith Station, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 7th. It's Glenwood 6, Smith Station 2. We'll be back in a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Top of the 7th inning here at Smith Station. And Andrew Boudreaux Wilkinson leads off. Swing and a miss from Kanan McDonald. He's done an admirable job in relief here in this game.
Really, he came in the 3rd inning, didn't he?
He did, after
3 scoreless innings.
After they had scored all of their runs in that 3rd inning, a pop-up to the infield. And first baseman Hunter McGlawn calls everybody off, catches that one. And that's the 1st out. And Cal Lawrence will come to the plate. He reached on an error back in the 1st inning. He doubled homer run back in the 3rd, and he reached on a fielder's choice, or ended the inning on a fielder's choice back in the 4th.
Mike, I want to give a shout out to these fans for toughing it out in the cold. This has been, we've had quite a crowd, and they are all, bundled up. Some have their space heaters.
Yeah, it's, most of these, it's not their first rodeo.
Yeah.
They know what to do in the weather.
I thought I'd see more fans like walking around, taking laps or something, trying to stay warm.
1-1 to Cal Lawrence.
Pacing back and forth. That's what I usually do to try to stay warm.
Yeah. The 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Right down the pipe. McDonald trying to get out of here with no more damage. Keep his scoreless inning streak alive as a big military helicopter goes over. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Good pitch right there. That one dipped. Ended up just above the dirt. The wind and 2-2 pitch hit hard down by the Smith Station dugout. Foul. And it remains 2-2.
It's a good pull by Cal Lawrence. Plays wide receiver for Coach Nelson on the football team.
And a pretty good one.
Oh, yeah. You've called many Glenwood football games, too. I think Cal Lawrence had a big touchdown in that Beulah game you called.
Yeah, that was an exciting football game.
Oh,
year before last over at Beulah.
Well, you actually did that game at Beulah. So.
Yeah. Chris and I were over there, and it was like watching a tennis match there for a while.
It was fun while it lasted. Only lasted 2 years. Now they're going to be in a different area.
The 3-2 pitch stays high, ball 4. And Lawrence reaches again. That's the third time he's been on base today. First time by a walk.
Yeah, the new area next year will feature Lee Scott, Houston Academy, and Montgomery Catholic.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that's for all sports besides football. Football, they're playing a bunch of teams in Mobile.
Yep.
Including Miguel Tulin. How did that happen? Wow.
UMS Wright.
Yeah.
St.
Paul's Episcopal.
That's they're in a tough
gauntlet.
Tough. They can't play everybody, I don't think, because of the number of teams. They're going to have to rotate around and play in them. But it's a tough one. Runner goes, and stealing it easily is Cal Lawrence.
Yeah, it's a good jump by Cal Lawrence. Showing off his speed.
Pitch was called a strike. The pitch stays up. And it's 2 balls and a strike. There's a strike to Cade Cox. 2 balls, 2 strikes now, 1 out. We're in the top of the 7th inning. McDonald into the stretch. The 2-2 pitch fouled off. We'll do it again.
Just a reminder, we will be back here Friday for a doubleheader against Stanhope Elmore, which, Mike, I believe you're going to be on the call.
I will be here.
And I can assure you that it's going to be a lot warmer.
It is going to be warmer. It's still going to get cool, but it's going to be warmer. A good bit warmer. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. A nice breaking pitch from Kanan McDonald. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up Sawyer Moss.
Yeah, Sawyer Moss, the last time he was up, he had a single in the right field.
Yep.
Also a tremendous athlete, also plays on the basketball team. In fact, his sister is on the volleyball team in the middle school. Of course, his mother is Margaret Moss of Bowden Realty, who's been a supporter of Glenwood Athletics and Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
On the outside corner. Strike one to Sawyer. And the 0-1 on the way. Breaking pitch stays up in the zone. It's 1-1. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Glenwood with a 6-2 lead. They've led basically since the first inning. Smith Station pushed across a couple of runs. In recent action. That ball stayed just low. Well located pitch, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, it was located very low, but it was a good pitch by McDonald. Just couldn't quite get it in the zone.
Smith Station got both their runs in the 5th inning. Got a little rally going.
I tell you, take away that first inning, we've got ourselves a ball game. I mean, it's still only a 4-run lead by Glenwood.
That one stays high again. 3 balls and a strike now to Sawyer Moss. Runner at second base. Glenwood leading 6-2. The pitch. Strike 2 called.
They called that one a strike.
At the knees. Well, and you know, Moss, I say this all the time, Richard, but he made the cardinal sin mistake of a hitter. He tossed the bat away and started going to first base before the umpire made his call, and you just don't do that.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a late call.
If it's anywhere close, anywhere in the area code of a strike, it's going to be a strike in that situation. The 3-2 pitch, up high, ball 4. No doubt about that one. And that puts runners at first and second with 2 outs. And we've got a pinch hitter here.
Yeah, the courtesy runner for Sawyer Moss.
Peters Fakianos will pinch hit here for Clarity.
And then we also have a pinch runner, which is Rhett English, who's the courtesy runner for Sawyer Moss.
So pinch hitting Peters Fakianos, left-handed hitter. He'll come up here with 2 runners on and 2 outs in the 7th, his first at bat of the day. He actually saw time on the mound against Spain Park. And he takes a ball downstairs. And to prove, Richard, my theory of you don't walk and toss the bat away before the call is made, that was the exact pitch that was strike 2. It was low.
Yeah, it was.
Low again, 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0, strike 1. Good pitch there from McDonald.
By the way, Stars Mill leads Harris County in the 10th minute in soccer. What a massive game there.
The 2-1, down low, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs. We're in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, the Harris County girls unfortunately lost to Stars Mill earlier today. That was a tough loss. Stars Mill is a powerhouse in 4A. Lost 6-0.
The 3-1. Outside, ball 4.
Yeah, now the bases are loaded. I know Smith Station wants to try to get out of this inning. But Glenwood's got a chance to increase their lead even more. We got ourselves another pinch hitter.
We do.
And I believe that pinch hitter is Mac Blair.
So Mac Blair getting an at-bat here for Nate Malone. He takes strike 1. That one stays off the plate outside for
Yes,
ball
miss.
1, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's a great pitch by McDonald. Right down the middle. I know Mac Blair wanted to try to let that one fly. He's just underneath it.
The 1-2. Popped up out of play. Back toward the concession stand.
Yeah, and you know, the concession stand did make the announcement. P announcer made the announcement that they're having half price on
Half price food.
On all the food. Yeah. I got to say, the concessions are amazing here. They do a great job grilling up the burgers and hot dogs. And, yeah, it's a great complex here.
The 1-2. There's a drive out to left field. That gets deep. That is way back. It's going to get to the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Here comes the 3rd run around the plate, and he will score. So a 3-run double for Mac Blair, a pinch hit 3-run double.
There's nothing like it, Mike. When
And
you
insurance for the Gators here in the 7th.
You come in to pinch hit, and you clear the bases with a double. It's just got to give you confidence. And I know Coach Fanning, relying on him to come in a pinch hit situation, he's going to get some more playing time. That's usually what happens when you see pinch hitters come into the game. They're more likely going to start the next game.
Carter Judah, now it's actually 9-2.
It is now 9-2, yeah.
They haven't given the 9th run on the board out there.
Yeah, because the bases were loaded.
Yes, they were. There they go. They just added it. 1-0 to Carter Judah. The pitch, 1 ball, 1 strikes. That was on the outside corner. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Glenwood has expanded their lead to 9-2 here. Thanks to the 3-run double from Mac Blair. That one stays high. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Good pitch from McDonald right there. That's one of those that's almost impossible to lay off, Richard. It looks so good to the hitter, but it's up in the zone and it's hard to catch up to. Deuce is wild on the top line of the board out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. pop up in the infield. Second baseman calls for it, puts it away, and that's the final out of the top of the 7th inning. But not before. Glenwood adds 3 on a 3-run double by Mac Blair. So you had 3 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and 1 runner left on base for Glenwood in the 7th. And that makes your score 9-2 Gators. And we'll come back for the bottom of the 7th. Can the Panthers rally here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live?
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody. Yeah, we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of
Jacob Harris leads it off for Smith Station, bottom of the 7th. He'll face a new pitcher for Glenwood. Asher Long, the right-hander, will come on for the 7th.
Score updates. Harris County beat Griffin today 9-0. Northside over Mundy's Mill 11-1.
First pitch from Long is ball 1 down.
By the way, if you're probably wondering why Ricky Rogers was not producing the game, he's the PA announcer at Northside.
Yes, he is.
How about Russell County beating Eufaula today, 2-1?
How about that? A good
Nice.
game. Ball 2, low and away from Asher Long. 2 balls, no strikes.
Columbus beat Sumter County 12-2. That's who Smith Station plays tomorrow at Randy Jordan Field.
The 2-ball pitch, strike 1 at the knees. 2 balls and a strike on Jacob Harris. The pitch, strike 2 over the outer half. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Asher Long evens the count. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him swinging. Strike 1, or excuse me, out number 1. I'm getting delirious. So Chase Foxworth, the right fielder, will stand in. He is 0 for 2 today. He did reach base back in the 3rd inning on a fielding error. And he's trying to keep Smith Station alive here in the 7th. First pitch from Long, low and away, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Long. Strike 1 on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. The pitch fouled off the right side.
And we'll start it again.
1 ball, 2 strikes. One out, bottom of the 7th. Nobody on for Smith Station. The 1-2 pitch, low and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Richard, I'm anxious to get home and see that WBC.
It is
championship
starting
game
in
tonight.
7 minutes. Cannot wait.
The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him with the elevated fastball. 2 away, and that brings us to the top of the order, and Evan Long, the last hope for Smith Station to keep this inning alive.
Also,
Long
Mike,
is 1 for 3 in the game.
Today is the first 4 of the NCAA tournament.
Yes.
Howard is leading UMBC 49-41 at the half, and then Texas NC State later tonight. Of course, in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah. First pitch up for ball 1.
Mike, did you fill out your bracket yet?
I did not. I haven't done a bracket in about 3 or 4 years, Richard. I try to keep up with it, but when I worked at CSU, we always did them. The whole athletic department did them. We had a little contest. I've worked a couple other places where we did a contest, but I just like to watch now.
Yeah. The key is go with your gut, fill it out that night. Just don't think about it. Just get a hunch, and it usually gets busted after that.
Read an article today, swing and a miss, strike 1, 2 balls and a strike. Read an article today that it was some kind of guy who's done very well picking brackets. He's picked the last, I don't know how many Final Fours in a row.
Because the last couple Final Fours have been all chalk.
He said you should start with the championship game and work backwards to fill out your bracket.
Interesting.
I was like, that is very interesting.
I think with NIL and the transfer portal, you're going to see a lot more chalk. I think the days of St. Peter's going to the Elite Eight, I think those days are over.
3 balls and a strike. There will be surprises this year for sure.
Kennesaw State.
The 3-1, low and away, ball 4. And the Panthers are still alive.
They got signs of life.
And Kanan McDonald will come to the plate. 2 away, 1 runner on. It's 9-2. Glenwood with the lead.
And I did not see the schedule. I don't know if these two teams play each other again. Last year they did have a home and home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always great when these teams get to face off against each other.
That one fouled straight back right here above our head.
Man, and you
I didn't even flinch.
Yeah, you didn't even flinch.
That's not because it didn't startle me. It's because I'm too old to move.
That foul
I don't
ball,
have any reflexes anymore.
That foul ball was Matt Barnes, and you were Kobe.
That's it. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. Outside corner. Nice pitch from Asher Long, and it's 0-2. So down to the last strike goes Smith Station here. Trying to keep this 7th inning alive. Kanan McDonald done a heck of a job on the mound. The pitch, strike 3 called, and there's your ball game. So, in the 7th inning for Smith Station, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. And your final score here at Smith Station, Glenwood 9, Smith Station 2. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and tell you who our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game is, and we'll say goodnight here from Smith Station in just a moment. Back here at Smith Station, and Richard and I are in unanimous agreement. Our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game is Glenwood pitcher Cooper Favors. He was in complete control tonight. He did give up a couple of runs in the 5th inning when he was running out of gas, maybe a little bit, but he was basically coasting for most of the game and did not allow a hit. Well, he did allow the infield hit in the 1st inning, but did not allow another hit until the 4th. And I think he only allowed 4 hits total
What an
on the
incredible
night.
effort.
Maybe 3 hits. 3 hits total on the night. So a heck of an outing for Cooper Favors. And he is our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. So congratulations to Glenwood. And a very well-played, clean game here tonight at Smith Station. And fun game to watch for the Gators as they move to 11-4 now. Is that correct, Richard?
11-4. They will be back at home against Opelika on Thursday. I know I think the next game you do is what, Smith Station?
Smith Station.
The doubleheader
with
against
Stanhope Elmore.
Stanhope Elmore.
That'll be on Friday here at Smith Station. We'll have that for you. But we'll have the game tomorrow, Smith Station at Columbus.
We will have that. Mike Frost, I believe, is on the call.
And
my next game will be a CVCC Southern Union doubleheader. A big, you know all about Southern Union up in Wadley.
Out of Wadley, Alabama.
Yeah, that's going to be
just
a lot
right
of
up
fun.
the road from New Site, where my family and my wife's family are from, and where I met my wife, where I married my wife, where I coached for the last 3 years of my coaching career at Horseshoe Bend High School over there. Very familiar. And very familiar with Wadley. Played against them numerous times.
Good times.
2 of my coaching stops. And got one of my former players from Horseshoe Bend, who is one of their coaches at Wadley now.
Nice.
J.D. Burns, Jarrell. Very familiar area for me over there. That's kind of home for me. But, Richard, thanks for everything. For Richard Holdridge, I'm Mike Peacock, and we're going to close things out. A 9-2 win for Glenwood here at Smith Station tonight. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.